if we're going to need certain spaces in our homes, like our garages, and how those spaces will transform. That's really interesting.
Yeah, is the future going to be bigger or smaller, or how does it transform? I should mention this too, that as we talk about 3D printing houses, and there's a company in Austin, Texas right now that is 3D printing entire neighborhoods down in Mexico. I find this fascinating because as the technology progresses, we're not just printing the structure, we're also going to be able to start printing the wiring in the walls, the plumbing in the cabinets, the kitchens, the sinks, the toilets. And so we'll be able to print the entire structure in the house in less than a day. And then if we get tired of our old house, all we have to do is just grind it up and reprint it. In fact, if your husband gets mad at you someday, you might come home to an all-new house. And you don't even have to clean it first. It's just instant. So that challenges all kinds of assumptions. Now, when I talk to the banking world about that, then it starts to confuse this whole issue of collateral and home loans and mortgages and everything. Because what are you buying? So you're buying the house, or you're buying the lot? What are you buying into this neighborhood, this space? And does it still maintain that same value? So it raises all kinds of interesting questions in the future. So.
What you said earlier about the contactless experience was very interesting, and how packages that coming in are like considered as a foreign items that no one wants to touch. And I was just wondering too, like if the house can be a contactless experience, just like the outside world. Because I've been seeing like some ads on Instagram about some like keychains that you can buy so that you don't have to like touch anything when you go out. And yeah.
Yeah, a great question. So there's lots of robotic devices, lots of robotic cooking devices now, as an example. But somehow you still have to put the ingredients in somehow. So I talk a lot about this idea of driverless mobile businesses that can just, the big difference between a driverless mobile business and business today is that today's bricks and mortar stores spend tremendous amounts of money getting people to come to them. In the future, these mobile businesses will be able to go to wherever the people are. So anytime you have a softball tournament or a parade on Main Street, any gathering of people, you can suddenly go there, set up operations, and start doing business with those people. So the idea of having a fully automated driverless mobile bar that you can summon out to some remote location and just have a party, and you can have a concert out there with robotic musicians and everything, and having robots making all the drinks and serving the food, that doesn't seem so far-fetched as it used to, as we're moving into more of a contactless world. How long do we still have that fear of touching things? I don't think that goes on forever. We're social creatures by nature. We want to be around other people. The human touch is a very valuable part of the human experience, and so eliminating that altogether seems like a stretch. I think the pendulum will swing back the other way at some point.